So to kick this haircut off, I'm going in and I'm brushing my client's hair completely down just so I can prep the hair for the fade. Right here I go on my Andis T outliners and I just create my first initial ball line. I'm staying like, I want to say a ½ inch above the ear, and I'm dropping it down, and sometimes it can appear as a drop fade, but it's not a drop fade because a drop fade will drop way more to like a V angle to me. But right here I'm just doing a dope mid fade today, so I hope you guys like it. Just stick with me, it's gonna be a dope video. So I just make my way all the way around the canvas head. And another thing about this video, I'm gonna be very different in terms of how I fade, because I'm gonna be fading really all in one motion. Like I'm gonna take one line from one side and go all the way to the other side, open the clippers up, and just consistently do that. So right here I go in with my wall seniors and they fully close, and I just tap at the bottom of the line. And remember, when tapping at the bottom of the line, you don't have to dig. You use the hilt of the blade and you just flick at the bottom of the line just so you can get that desired length, or you can hit that specific part of the guideline. So as you guys can see, I'm just starting at the bottom of my guideline with my wall seniors, keeping everything real consistent and making sure that line get all the way to the other side. So I'm keeping my fade flush at all times. Bars. So I go in halfway and then I just repeat the same steps. I go about another ½ of an inch and I'm just staying in that same realm. Remember, use the hilt of the blade and always flick, always brush one, fade one. It's just, you know, it's the different level of bringing detail to the cut that's gonna take you to another level. So like I said, I went in with my wall seniors. I'm halfway open right now and I'm just keeping everything consistent. As you guys see by the hilt of the blade, I'm not digging into the actual head. I'm going up and down with my clippers using the actual shape of the blade, which is helping me develop my transition and my fade well for this specific haircut. So I go in completely open right here and I just repeat the same steps that I did on the last two guidelines. I go up about another ½ of an inch and I just flick at the line. And in this video, I won't really be knocking none off the top, and that clip gonna be a little bit later down the line. But with that being said, the reason I put it later down the line is once you get there, you're gonna see that the client didn't really need no bulk knocked off the top. He just needed the light hairs trimmed up. And you know that we got the haircut together. Right back at it, keeping everything real consistent and just keeping the clippers open and using the hilt of the blade. As you guys can see, I'm using the shape of the blade and I'm going straight up and down, and I'm not digging into the head. It's helping me create that transition. It's helping me fade better, and it's helping me knock out this area quicker as well. I'm able actually to see some of the hairs feed through the teeth, and when you go up and down and use the hilt of the blade, your transition automatically happens without you even having to push or open the clippers up even more and go up higher in terms of that fade. And just keep it consistent. I want to give a huge shout out to my boy Germ Bowman. He killed this beat. There's plenty more that's coming, man. Shout out to all of the real producers that's out there helping, you know, create these dope videos. They like that work don't go unnoticed. Just keep working. Y'all are amazing. Again, shout out to my boy Germ Bowman. So I go on my Andis Masters with a 1/16 guard on, and that's fully closed, and I'm just nudging at the line. As you guys can see, I'm not going to take this line high at all, and I'm not going to lay my clippers flat at all. I'm using the corner of my blade at all times to help me keep that fade realm and to keep my fade in a specific realm. What a lot of people kind of mess up in a fade is at times they either go too high or they're not flicking at the line, so they accidentally push the fade high when the fade is in its perfect place. So at times you just go in with the corner of your blade and you want to nudge at that fade. And remember, always brush that hair after you faded it so you can see what's truly there, what's not there, and removing excess bulk. You just keep the steps consistent all the way throughout the haircut, and I'm telling you, the transition you will achieve will be the one you're looking for. So when keeping everything consistent, one thing that I started to learn about this camera thing, man, I got so many different angles in this footage because I'm still learning this camera. We having way more fun with it. The fact that I can give y'all a video every week, and the fact that I'm building this confidence in terms of shooting my own videos is amazing. There's only one thing that this video missed today, and this video missed the beard work. I was gonna throw it in here instead, but my arm was in the way literally the whole time, so it was no point to put the beard work in here. But the beard was sharp. I'm gonna try to get that down packed so I don't have to keep taking things out of the footage, because I know y'all need to get every bit of this haircut. And just remember, y'all, keep it consistent. Using the hilt of the blade, corner of the blades, threading specific hairs through the teeth is just, and when I say specific hairs, it's not like you lock and aim on literally whatever hair, but what I'm saying is, when you fading in this realm with the corner of your blade, you are literally flicking anything that's unnecessary off the bottom of that weight line, as you guys can see in the back of the head, and then slowly transitioning to the right, as you guys can see that fade all the way in the back of the head. Then when I get to the right side, I got still like a hard guideline, and you guys finna watch me knock that out right now as well. Always brush one, fade one, keep the fade consistent, and man, just enjoy what you're doing. Always do it with flavor. That's one thing I always wanted to talk about. Like with barbering has never been about who's the nicest, who's putting in the most work. It's about who got flavor. One thing that I'm noticing now about these YouTube cuts, and not even YouTube cuts, barber cuts period, anybody that's in my top 5 or anybody that I really like in terms of cutting hair, I can view and spot the haircut literally just by seeing the thumbnail or the picture. Like me and Jeezy, or me and Bossio, when I see a haircut, I know if Jeezy did it, and I know if Bossio did it, and I know if I did it. Like, I'm getting to a point now where I'm developing, I'm not saying a specific style, but I got a specific finish that, you know, I cut that specific canvas. So with that being said, y'all, just keep cutting and keep having fun with y'all doing. Like, you don't have to push off wanting to show your own flavor. The more you cut, the more you show it, your work gonna speak for itself. So I go in and then I use my wall heroes, and then I just put the line back in with the wall heroes. Keeping everything consistent, not pressing too hard, because these are hitters. And then I just keep everything consistent with the line and doing the vertical bars first, because my client has a different type of lineup. So I go in and set my vertical bars after I do my part. And remember, when setting the vertical bars, it's always easier to see the horizontal line in terms of the front line go straight across, because the vertical bars are literally your support beams. Once those two are locked and loaded, you can automatically see everything in the middle line up, and that's just what make lineups easier for me. And we just keep it consistent and never slowing down on anything we doing. We locked in, we apply that pressure no matter what. You go in with the corner of the blade just to create that C shape. So with this mid fade, the client actually liked the C shape, but we kind of found out about it like after I already set my guidelines for the fade, so it wasn't like I could have did really hard C's. But you know, with the advancement of color enhancements and other things that we got, we finna turn this haircut up. So we go in with the Beam Team cordless compressor, and we using the business card, and I'm spraying at least 4 to 5 inches away from the hair. Shout out to everybody who like that Call of Duty analogy, but again, I'm gonna use it again. In like a Call of Duty or a Fortnite, any first person to third person shooters, when shooting a heavy weapon or assault weapon up close, I mean from a distance, when you're holding the trigger, it tends to spray everywhere. But if you spray and burst from a distance with a heavy artillery weapon, you get a more precise shot. So again, for those that's out there who rock with that, I just want to shout out to y'all. Like, I'm trying to just get different analogies just so I can relate to y'all on a different level and make this way more comprehensive for y'all. So I go in and re-hit them vertical bars, and I just re-hit the lineup. And after the Beam Team cordless compressor, I wasn't able to get the footage, but I had laid a light mist of fibers down, just because I like to finish in this specific haircut just with that more of a dry look. And this was actually different. I wasn't gonna use fibers at first, but just because of the circumstances and just talking, I just wound up doing a little bit of extra this and the extra that just to take the cut to another level. As you guys can see, that C shape. Tough. So we just go in, we keep everything consistent with the wall heroes, and we just re-hitting everything and never slowing down. Then I go in with the Barber magic pencil, and you just basically frame out the lining. Because once you frame out the lining, you're going to re-hit the lining with the liners, and it's going to bring everything together. Consistency is key. Getting them reps up and just, you know, doing what we love to do. We go in with the Andis T outliners, and I just go in and I just re-hit the line. And then watch how the Barber magic pencil conceals this haircut off back for me the same way women does their eyebrows. I just like the fact that it adds that extra hint to it, that extra pop to it. So in terms of like enhancing linings, or in this social media world where people want these super sharp Instagram haircuts, this is one of the methods. I'm not saying this is the specific 100% method. You got some people who use, you know, editing services in terms of for their pictures to, you know, to get the cleanest look out of their cut. Some people use enhancements, some people use both. With that being said, there's always ways to get that picture perfect image, as long as you willing to put in that research, put in that real work, and stay consistent. The thing that we love to do most, which is barbering, it's impossible to not achieve what you want to achieve. Anytime you put that real research behind it, it's gonna show it in that work when it's time for you to apply it. It's just that simple. It's bars. Like, that's for anybody who really want to step their game up in terms of barbering. Like, the more you do something, the better you will get. You just gotta hang in there. You gotta stick in there. This barbering thing don't come like this. Forever takes forever. I want y'all to understand and know that. Imperfect takes forever. Or to be close to the best person you've ever wanted to be in the game takes forever. And y'all gotta understand that success don't come overnight. I stay up to 4-5 in the morning and I'm still in my bag. Like, I never stop. So I want y'all to understand and know, man, just keep pushing with this thing. The game gonna reward you for everything you put in. So with that being said, just how you do a dope mid fade. And if you a part of the TBT team or the Tune 45 team, I just want to say thank you. May God bless. Could you please leave a like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to get alerted when the next video come out. And may God bless.